What's up YouTube, it's Jake from JP Trading Cards here, and today I'm extremely excited to bring you guys a whole new different kind of video. It's a discussion video. It is my top 5 original Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes to get a link. So, to kind of summarize that all mumble jumble, it's going to be 5 archetypes that I would like to see get a link monster. So, what you can expect from this video is, one, it's going to be kind of informal. I'm just going to be kind of talking about, the 5 that I would like to see, and I'll be going through background on the archetype, why I would like to see it, and what type of link it would be. So that'll be explained better, obviously, once I get into the top 5. So, if you guys are excited for this video, please smash that like button, please smash that subscribe button, and let's get started with my top 5 original Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes to get a link. Alright guys, to kick off number 5, it is a Legendary Dragon link. So, this link is based off of the Legendary Dragons, Timaeus, Hideous, Critias, and Hermos. So, they were from Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was basically a filler arc for, like, the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was just a phenomenal series. The whole season was epic. It started off with Kaiba hosting a tournament, and then the whole Legendary Dragon arc came to be, where basically 3 dragons were, well, 3 knights, I'm pretty sure, were turned into dragons, or it may be the other way around, but I'm not totally sure. If you know, please correct me. But so they were either way, they were turned into dragons, and then Yugi, Joey, and Kaiba actually ended up getting chosen by these dragons to essentially save the world. So it was really interesting, and the cards were just sweet because they basically could let you fusion summon in different fusions from using Timaeus, Critias, Hermos. Hermos and Timaeus were both monsters, using monsters and the dragons, and then Critias was Kaiba's traps. So it was pretty cool to see all of the different fusion dragons that and then they could come up with, So Kaiba's ended up being fusions into dragons. Yugi's were like different warrior spellcasters, like riding the dragons, and then Joey's Hermos card was essentially like almost like tools. Like one was like a sword, a cannon, hammer, stuff like that. So yeah. So why I want this is because I really just think they're just cool. I really think the dragons were, sweet cards, and obviously the anime arc was absolutely phenomenal. And they got some support last year, I want to say. Yeah, last year with the Legendary Dragon deck. And I think it's just a cool collector's type of deal. It's obviously wouldn't be super meta relevant and whatnot, but it would be super cool for collectors and who love the anime. And those are just, fan favorites. So I think that would be really cool. And then the type of link would be one single legendary dragon that works for all 3. So an idea would be that instead of having to use each specific one, you could just use this link, and then that would be also treated as Timaeus, Critias, or Hermos, something like that. So that's it for the legendary dragon link. Now let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Buster Blader. So, another personal fan favorite of mine, and one of Yugi's most known monsters. So, a little background on Buster Blader. It's basically a warrior that was kind of made to counteract Kaiba's dragons and Blue Eyes. It gains like 500 attack for each dragon in the grave, so pretty sweet. And then it was obviously used in Battle City, that arc. And then basically the most iconic moment was when it took down Slifer, when Yugi originally didn't have him and first fought Slifer. that was the card that he used in that battle. So that's kind of the background on him. He's gotten some support, um, earlier, and with like a fusion, I'm pretty sure, and then another, I think it beefed up another effect monster, but a Link monster Buster Blader would be pretty epic. I think would help out and build up that fan favorite classic archetype. So why? Again, one of Yugi's top cards. It hasn't essentially gotten a lot of support lately, and it's one of my favorites. So pretty self-explanatory. And then obviously the type is specifically to Buster Blader, to where an effect could be that, I don't know, it just powers up Buster Blader, or you can special summon a Buster Blader from your deck, something like that. Again, just spitballing ideas, so obviously these effects aren't exactly what they would be, but just giving you random idea. Again, kind of going off the top of my head with this. So again, one of Yugi's most iconic cards. A fan favorite. Everyone loves Buster Blader. Such a sweet card. So cool looking. It's got that big sword, basically to slay dragons. So that's it for Buster Blader at number 4. Now let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3, we're kicking it way back to Duelist Kingdom with Blackluster Soldier. So, some background on this card. One of Yugi's top monsters in the first series, first arc type deal. It's a ritual monster, and Yugi actually used this to defeat Mai in the duel before facing Joey. So, in Duelist Kingdom, obviously. But it's kind of out of nowhere that he summoned it. He was basically going to lose, but was able to bring out Blackluster Soldier and, ended up winning. And it's an awesome card, and similar to Buster Blader, it hasn't got support recently. And, I feel, as a fan of original Yu-Gi-Oh, that Blackluster Soldier would be a great addition to the Link summoning. One of my favorites, used to defeat Mai. It's just generally a cool card, and it obviously has Envoy at the beginning, so it could work with that too. And it's a ritual monster, so that when you summon at least the original Blackluster, you don't have to use up an extra monster zone. So that's kind of background. Defeated Mai. Ritual monster, one of Yugi's top cards. I think it was only seen in the duel with Mai and in the duel when him and Kaiba combined to beat the 5-headed dragon and Kaiba's dad. That whole weird, they went to VR basically. So yeah. So then the type of Link would be is, specific to Blackluster, where, I don't know, it could search for, maybe a searcher for Blackluster, similar to Manju, but, who knows, either maybe search it, or, I don't know, it'd be broken to just, special summon it from your deck, but who knows. So that's it for Blackluster Soldier, another one of Yugi's all-time favorites, a classic. Now let's move on to number 2. Alright guys, moving on to number 2, we have the tunes. So, background. Obviously, Pegasus used the tunes. They're super cute. Toon World, Blue Eyes Toon, Toon Summon Skull, all those OGs are just super cute looking and all that good stuff. Again, Pegasus used them. Yeah, so, going along with why I want them, everyone loves the tunes. The tunes are they're all cute, they're fun to play, and then Relinquished is actually getting a Link summon. It's like getting a Link monster in the OCG. I know it's been released in that. I'm not sure exactly in what set, or if we're going to get it or whatnot, but, I think it would be really cool because, I think the tunes go along with Relinquished. It's just a Pegasus theme, type of deal. Obviously, you know, I would love Toons to get a link. I feel like that'd just be so epic if there was like a link Toon monster. That'd be crazy. And you know, you can make it like after another monster, or you know, you could kind of almost be like Link Toon World or something like that, where you know, generic Toon that can basically helps out any Toon you have. I don't, you know, I don't even know what type of effect that could have, but um, you know, I just feel like having a Toon Link would be sweet, and like I mean, personally, if there was a Toon Link, I'd go out and buy it right now, you know, and build Toons just because they're Toons. So that's kind of my whole reasoning behind the Toons, is just, it's the Toons, you know, there's nothing really more to say. So now I am extremely, extremely excited to give you guys the number one spot. And we are here with the number one spot. All of this has came down to this last monster. And I hate to disappoint you guys, but the number one spot is home to three different monsters. They are Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician. Now, you may be upset that, you know, the number one spot has three monsters, but I feel that they should all have Link monster, like Link forms. And here's why. I feel like, honestly, this should really be the only reason, and that is justified to have them as Link monsters. Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician are the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh monsters of all time. The most recognizable monsters. When you think of Yu-Gi-Oh, you think Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician. You think Yugi, Kaiba, Joey. That's just how it is, you know. So, to go into background, a little bit on each, if you guys don't know, Dark Magician, obviously Yugi's most iconic card. Red Eyes, Joey's most iconic card. And Blue Eyes, Kaiba's most iconic card. So, I personally feel that each of those three should have a fusion, should have a synchro, should have an Xyz, and maybe pendulum. I'm not a huge fan of pendulums, so that's fine if they don't, but they should have a link. I really, really feel that way. You know, again, the most iconic monsters need to have every form of summoning. For collector's purposes, to just give those decks support, you know, those decks should be constantly updated, I feel. Just because that those are the most iconic cards. Like, if you're going to put some support in, for example, say Cybernetic Horizon. Say you're going to get Red Eye support. Everyone's going to go nuts just because there's Red Eye support in there. You know? Like, that's just how it is. So, yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say besides they are the most iconic monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Period. That's it. So, you know, obviously Blue Eyes is my favorite, and of course that's why I also would like a Blue Eyes. If you're gonna make one, Konami, please make a Blue Eyes link. I will go nuts over it. You know, I always play Blue Eyes. I just, you know, don't play extremely competitive, but, you know, I always play with what I love. Blue Eyes, you know, that's my baby right there. So, I hope you guys liked the video. If you, please comment, please comment down below on any archetype that you would like to see get a Link monster from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to be doing these for, you know, each of the series, so if you have others from different series, please wait, or you can, you know, just comment down below, but I will be uploading more of these videos, so don't, you know, freak out if there's only cards from the first one in this. But that's it, guys. Konami, give me that Blue Eyes link. But that's it, guys. Please comment. Please smash that like button. And please smash that subscribe button. Jake is out.